Hak arplai tergurumpang arjat pusau ke beri kesengi benri jungka dorbar mang tingka ke basyong haying dorbar tauan ke jing asyam benta banya tai bat yakran halor ke mang tingka ke bala wanra do menteri rangba ke Jylla uba batru kumu menteri ke tenat platingka ukonrat kiasangma lala wan saki ke jing asyam benta nadu UMLA ke nongkram uba Ardent mela basayumait UMLA ke nongpo uba Mineral Bonds UMLA ke jirang uba Sustenance Sotun UMLA ke mau kerwat uba Renekton lengdok tongkar UMLA ke Salman para uyan botham sangma UMLA ke juai Wailat Miki Shilla bat ke MLA na ampati kamiani di Shira. Habasyim bentah ke kenta jingatai na ke bentah ke mangtingka ke bala wanra do menteri rangba uba Ardent uba dewu MLA na kaliang persya bat uba deiru na kaseng Voice of the People's Party ula penpau ya ke jing beniau ha ke baya dei bat ke jing pulut ke Sorkar kam tam ha ke baya dei bat ke jing shim ya ki ram na ke open market ha ke bau loong ba habaya dei bat ke pisa ke Sorkar Jylla ka dap satang da ki ram kat kum ke dulir jong ke jing ai jing ken ulaong bakat kum ke sla balai punril ke dulir ke pen i bayaki loan ki ba ke Sorkar ke shimling ba ke open market but floating loan ke lakiu arsha how news nam.
Therefore, sir, I want to focus my speech on the source of the revenue of the state. It has been noticed that the government is taking a loan to repay the loan. So is this not something that we are already fallen into a debt trap? Going by the present trend and also the observation of the Auditor General in its report tabled in this August House 21-22, the AG has observed in page 52 of this report that in absolutely monetary terms, the overall debt of the state of Meghalaya has increased by 62.22%. The primary reason for spike in debt ratio during 21-22 was on account of significant increase in internal debt. So, of course, I'm not saying the government not to take a loan, because I know we need to take a loan to supplement our own income. So what shall we do in a kind of a situation where we are not a state of being self-reliant? So I feel that we need to identify the projects, programs, or missions that are less important for the time being to invest. In page 36 of this budget document, here it reflects the loan taken by the state government from the government of India, open markets loan, floating loans, and the total amount of loan as of today, minus from the government of India, is about 13,000 crore 55,864. There's a jump when we look at the loan taken in the last financial year. This is 23-24, sir, sorry. And when we look at the present this budget estimate, we see the jump of more than double. The principle that the government is taking from the open market, according to this 23-24 revised estimate, the principal is 44,000. This is in lakh. And the interest is 88,595. It's more than double. And again, now the government is taking 87,300 for this budget estimate, and it is estimated that the interest will be 94,106. So therefore, sir, when we look at the balance as on 31st March, according to this budget estimates, only from the open markets, the loan will reach up to 14,000 crores. 14,000 crores, 122 plus minus lakhs crores, sir. So, sir, I feel, and when we look at the ability of the government to repay the loan, It doesn't matter if you take the loan as long as you are able to pay it. But when we look at the repayment of the loan, so here it is reflected that out of 13,558 64 lakhs, the loan on 23-24, the government was able to pay only 2,156 crore out of 13,558 crore. And in this budget estimate, it is reflected that the loan, as I've mentioned earlier, will be 15,524 crore, and the repayment will be 2,733 crore.
Kum ta uba Ardent uloong baka Sorkar Jylla ka dipentip kum no bat hang no ban pelut ya kapisa da ka boong baka jingle menteri rang ba ka Jylla ban pen sngobha na benta ki babon ki political appointee ka long ka bam ya hap Atiar. Nalor kini uba Ardent ula Kyntu ka Sorkar baka dai ban pen sange no ka jing Thied kali bat pan Kiar na ka jing Leitkai shabar klam kino ki daw ki babyang bat ka Sorkar ka dai ru ban shem ya ki kendon ban pen duna ka jing do nong hakal yang pisa.
So, our Honorable Chief Minister in the last session assembly, he said that his government has created a record as far as spending is concerned. I know that spending is necessary, but the question is how and where we spend the money. Is our spending fruitful or productive? These are the questions that we need to ask. So, in this connection, I would like to tell the Honorable Chief Minister that the attempt on his part to justify the large number of political appointees is not acceptable. For a revenue staff like the state of Meghalaya, even 1 lakh is a huge amount if its expenditure is not productive. So, for example, there are 3 economic councils, I would say, bodies that the state government had constituted. And these are the Meghalaya Economic Development Council, MEDC. Second, the Meghalaya Commission on Resource Mobilization. 3, the Meghalaya Resource and Employment Generation Council, MREGC. These are supposed to be the economic bodies to help to guide the governments in framing the economic policies and in dealing with the economy of the state. However, sir, we came to know that these councils have not had any meeting in the last 5 years, whereas the expenditure incurred on these councils were crores and crores of rupees. So this, I feel, is a waste of public money. So I want to go to the magnitude of debt as reflected in this budget document to see, to justify my statement that the financial condition in the state is not as safe as stated by the Honorable Chief Minister. So, sir, there are a few areas that I would like to suggest as far as the spending is concerned. First, I've already expressed about the political appointees. I hope that Honorable Chief Minister will not go for the political appointees just to secure his chair. Maybe that is the dynamics of politics of coalition government. But his first concern, sir, should be for the interests of the people and the state. I would salute if our Chief Minister take a drastic step to debate and to change the course of direction of a financial graph as far as the debt is concerned. Sir, I am not saying that you should not appoint anyone as political appointee. I'm not saying because I didn't get the chance to be one of the political appointees. But during 2010, let me remind this August House, I resigned as the chairman of the MMDC because I oppose the excessive appointment of political appointees, which has cost dearly the state's exchequer. You can appoint some which you feel who can contribute to the growth, to the economy of the state, but not the manner in which now you are appointing any Tom, Dick and Harry because they are belonging to a specific political parties who are in the government, that you will give them a reward. We cannot accept that, sir. So, another spending that the government can avoid, purchasing of new vehicles. Every year the government is purchasing new vehicles and new vehicles. Is it necessary for all the ministers, high-ranking officers to requisite 4 or 5 vehicles? What about using a pool car? So, another spending that we can avoid is about organizing festivals. Why does the government take upon itself the responsibility to organize these festivals? The government can hire it out to a private individual or parties, and government can get benefit out of it. At the most, the government can take care for the security so that no untoward incident can take place. And these small saving, I am sure, will be able to help the government increasing the debt repayment. You may say that 12 lakh is nothing for the chairman, vice chairman, so on and so forth. But if you calculate in 1 year, how much it will come? In 5 years? We are a financial staff state, sir.
Shosho uba Ardent ulabo jing keliru ya ke Sorkar halor ke jinglom pisa ki kherdop krong khajna ke district council ki hima bat kum joru jong ke Sorkar ki badon hasilenter ke surok ba da ke penpau bala lap badon ki brio ki belum pisa lai po hajar tingkar na ki truk ha ke te ke surok ba uloong ba ke Sorkar ke de ben pensange no mardor ya ke ni ke kam krong khajna be an.
So I feel it is the duty of the government also to work very hard, make a concerted effort to plug all the leakages as far as revenue collection is concerned. We've seen a lot of leakages. Unknown people, unknown person, they are collecting money on the highways, asking the people to pay them 30,000. I was told, I even talked to the Deputy Commissioner of Rebai District. I even talked to one police officer. What is this? I want to know. You tell me why you allow these people to collect 30,000 from these business people who are bringing chickens from outside the state. People would prefer to pay to the government 10,000 because they know that they will get a receipt rather than to pay to these unknown people. The government must also ensure that no extortion is taking place on the highways. We have seen reports are coming every day. People are confusing whom to pay. There are toll gates belonging to district councils. There are toll gates belonging to the SAIM, the traditional chief. There are toll gates belonging to the state government. But they don't issue receipt to the people who are to pay these extortion, I would say.
So the plan and the initiative that has been taken, where Meghalaya will be a $10 billion economy, it is ambitious, but to me personally, I'm optimistic that it is achievable, and with all the stakeholders on board. I'm not wrong to say that this is a positive step and we are toward a positive direction from the government for the benefit of the people at large. Looking at the different allocation that has been earmarked by the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister in charge of Finance, we have seen considerable allocation has been made towards education, and especially a special emphasis has been put towards youth empowerment, youth development, where around 2,853 crore has been earmarked only on this sector, which is quite commendable towards the benefit of our youth. And at the same time, the issue with regards to the support to the youth also, we have seen it is on the right track. So the initiative like giving focus for floriculture, state organic mission, the program like Focus, the Prime, CM Elevate, to support the Women Network, Green Meghalaya, CM Scholarship, Skill Meghalaya, and many other initiatives that has been taken. Even though to few it might sound so artificial, but in reality, if we can really deliver, this is the kind of initiative that the present day generation government has to take. And project that has been focused, like the mission health infrastructure, mission education, improve the border heart, tourism project, construction of new secretariat at the administrative city and the knowledge city, Wamkra riverfront skill innovation hub, new urban parking, 750 digital libraries. I have said in my opening remark, it is ambitious, but it is doable, and we are on the right track.
At the very outset, I would like to put on record my deepest appreciation to the government under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Sri Conrad K. Sangma for presenting the budget 2024-25 that outlines the vision of our beloved state. Sir, in the budget speech, that's been given us the hope that we as a state are in the right track and march towards the greater heights. The vision of $10 billion economy by 2028 and the programs chalk out to achieve the target is realistic. We can understand the commitment of the government. Mission 10, 10 opportunities and 10 guarantees is a roadmap for the state and its people. The thrust of the government to boost investment in infrastructure with the equivalent development across the state in different sectors with particular focus on connectivity, education and health is very encouraging. As the Chief Whip of the government, I would like to inform the House that the vision of the government is pro-people and the intervention that are being taken up are for accelerating the growth of the state. This budget has outlined the inventions in different sectors and has already spelled out the agenda of the government. As our Honorable Chief Minister Sir Conrad K. Sangma has demonstrated that the aspiration of our people is well presented. The budget has touched not only on attracting investment and infrastructure development, but has given due importance to our farmers, women and youth, who are the driving force of our economy. The way the speech was delivered by our Honorable Chief Minister has instilled in us the faith and confidence that we, as a state, can envision brighter days today and better tomorrow.
Sir, I just want to bring to the notice of this Accounts House, there are so many such falls and such tourist spots in our district and at Maukarwat area for which we don't have a footpath to go there. If we can have a footpath to all those spots, I can assure you, sir, that a large number of footfalls, of tourist footfalls, will happen in Southwest Kasihara district if they can go to all the tourist spots that we have been blessed by the nature. I agree with the vision of our Honorable Chief Minister that we can change entire Southwest Kasa Hills, and he has expressed also in the last term that Southwest Kasa Hill will be one of the districts to be focused by the government in terms of promoting tourism. Sir, I can tell you that if the government really intervene, we can make Southwest Kasa Hill next to Cherrapunji. We can really make Southwest Kasa Hills as a second Cherrapunji if the government really intervene to promote tourism in Southwest Kasa Hills in both the constituency of Maukarwat and Ranikor constituency.
Sir, in the budget speech, we found a detailed account of the MDA government's achievement in creating a momentum for growth in Meghalaya. Over the last 6 years, perhaps more importantly, it presented us with the government's vision of taking that momentum towards holistic development in the future. I'm sure that 10 opportunities identified by the government will not only generate unprecedented prosperity in the state, but also create record numbers of employment opportunities for the local youth. I also believe, sir, if availed in its fullest extent, I will showcase the best of Meghalaya, be it the state's natural beauty or the abundance of its agro-horticultural produce to the larger world. To that end, sir, I'm also particularly thrilled to see sectors like tourism, agro-horticulture, IT and IT-enabled services accorded priority status under the newly formulated Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy. The government's focus on promoting industrial growth and investment is reflected in the budget allocations towards investment, promotion and infrastructure development. Initiatives such as the Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy underscore the government's commitment on creating an enabling environment for business growth and entrepreneurship.
Firstly, sir, I'd like to bring to the attention of this esteemed House the commendable effort of the current government led by the Honorable Chief Minister Shri Conrad K. Sangma and Health Minister Dr. Amprin Lengdo in improving the health infrastructure across the state. Despite the excellent infrastructure of the civil hospital in Shillong and the mother and child hospital in Joy, insufficient manpower hinder their effectiveness, sir. Only 2 out of the 5 intensive care unit ICU are operational due to the staffing shortages, sir. I urge the government through you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, to prioritize staff recruitment to ensure these facilities can operate at full capacity. Currently, in addition, I draw attention to the testing labs operating hour within the hospital, sir. Which, sir, these labs are only available during regular OPD hours, which causes trouble to the individual seeking medical treatment. I humbly suggest that the concerned department address this issue and investigate the potential of establishing 24/7 testing facilities. The ophthalmology department, despite being equipped with all the necessary machineries and infrastructure, faces operational challenges due to the significant shortage of manpower. By addressing these staff and operational challenges, we can further enhance healthcare delivery and better serve the need of our citizens, sir. Sir, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I am pleased to learn about the government initiative in launching the DREAM program to combat the drug abuse and trafficking in our state. This is a much needed program in order to fight against drug menace in the state, sir. However, I must bring to the attention of this esteemed House the prevailing situation regarding the drug-related issue in Jaintia Hills, sir. Unfortunately, our district is not exempt from the challenges posed by the drug abuse. It is disheartening to note that we currently have only one rehabilitation center in the whole of Jaintia Hills region, sir, which is inadequate to address the growing demand for rehabilitation services, sir. Therefore, I humbly urge the government to consider establishing at least 2 or 3 additional rehabilitation centers in our district, sir. This center will play a pivotal role in providing support and assistance to individuals battling drug addiction, enabling them to lead healthier and more fulfilling lives, sir.
We all know that the farmers in our state are struggling with increasing their production. Therefore, I have time and again raised in this August House as well regarding the need for intervention from the government to assist farmers in terms of agricultural equipments and machineries. I think it is very important for farmers to have access to subsidized equipments and machineries and to help them in increasing their production yield. Now, I also want to highlight the plight of the piggery, poultry and cattle farmers. Now, time and again, government has been assisting these farmers with piglets and, we can see from the piggery mission and all that, but most of the time, the issue that these farmers are facing are the feeds, the non-availability of feeds for the farmers. So therefore, I would like to draw the attention of the government that if the feeds are available at a reasonable rate for these farmers to make their businesses viable, then definitely more farmers would be interested in piggery, poultry and cattle farming. When it comes to textiles, sir, I have noticed that only the weavers involved in sericulture activities have been given the major chunk of attention. Now, there are a lot of weavers in this state who are not involved in sericulture activities. Now, most of these weavers who are dependent on their livelihoods for these weaving activities are not getting any help from the government. Therefore, I would like to urge the government of the day to include all these weavers who are not involved in any kind of sericulture activities to be a part of the different government schemes.